right, folks, welcome into TSW Texas Style Wrestling, and you're going to see very shortly why we call it that. I want to invite you out to the OC October the 11th for our next current TV taping, but tonight we're going to show you some classic matches that kind of led to where we are right now and introduce you to some of the stars of Texas Style Wrestling. Tonight, the Brutal Brawler, the Moonshine Ryan Mantell, up against the technical prowess of Niles Blanquet kicking things off for us tonight. Let's get down to the ring at our former location, the Hangar. And Moonshine Mantell back in a TSW ring. Moonshine Mantell has fought fierce battles all over the state of Texas, known as one of the best all-around wrestlers Texas has to offer. And here he is against one of the great wrestlers, bringing kind of an old tradition of old-school mad wrestling. You're going to see that with Blanquet here, and no shortage of cut corners with Blanquet either.
Well, Blanquet offered me one of his rarest Cabernets before the show. I told him I'm working tonight, maybe after, or, just put it in my stocking for this year. But I tell you right now, you can compare their poisons, but you can't compare their styles. Very, very opposites, like you said. You're going to see mat wrestling versus some straight-up brawling, as you can see right now with Moonshine on top.
Yeah, there's a reason why this is our main event here. Moonshine Mantell now taking Niles Blanquet to the floor.
And already spilling out to the floor here.
And as I was saying, there is a reason this is our main event, and you will see when you see these guys wrestle, the level of competition here is a cut above when you get in the ring with these two guys.
Well, Blanquet is used to stomping grapes and stomping heads in the wrestling ring.
Mantell follows him out now, coming around the corner. Moonshine Mantell sneaking up behind him there, and a big old forearm across the back. And suddenly Blanquet knows where he is.
Well, again, that's what I love about TSW. They do not wait. They do not wait for you to get into the ring and let you catch your breath. They don't let the fans catch their breath as the action spills out right here in front of us and this great crowd.
Oh, Blanquet now turns it around. A couple of punches there to Mantell. Oh, no.
Oh, and just squashed his own hand like a grape from his vineyard.
That had to dislocate a few knuckles there as he went in for the chop, and then no one was home. And now that's exactly what you would do with the experience and ferocity of Moonshine Mantell. You go straight to work on that hand.
Well, I tell you right now, being trained by the late great Harley Race, you understand the toughness. Harley was one of the toughest men in the entire industry for almost a half a century.
Right up to the very end, the man was, and Blanquet there having a head-to-head meeting with that turnbuckle.
And here's something we haven't yet seen before with Blanquet going to the top rope.
Wow, Mantell actually was the one on the top rope there.
Forgive me, Mantell, forgive me.
Who came off the top rope. Is that bottle, do you have that bottle out here?
I do not.
Is that what's going on?
I do not, but I'm just, that glass he came out with is so strong, I'm just so enamored.
Wow, contact high, huh?
But that is something that we have not seen before from Mantell here in TSW.
You got to break out all the tactics when you're in the ring with someone like Niles Blanquet there, who now goes back to work on the back of the head, the neck area of Moonshine Mantell. And that time he connects with that chop, but it hurts because he nearly broke that hand a minute ago on that corner post.
Well, yeah, he's at a disadvantage right now. He's got a self-inflicted injury that is not only physical, but also maybe his ego is bruised a little bit.
Blocking a snap bear is Mantell, as Blanquet was trying to get him back out in the middle of the ring so he could do something like this. And body slam there, and Blanquet very proud of himself there, but he better get back to work quickly.
Yeah, lots of power here. You saw that Mantell didn't move after that slam, but he should have taken advantage of it.
We had a pin attempt there of only 2, and we have Mantell working his way back to his feet, kind of pushing Blanquet off of him there as he is now worse for wear, and Blanquet draping him over that top rope and using lots of pressure there to choke out Mantell.
Well, think about it, if you are Blanquet, you're in Texas, you're facing a Texas legend, somebody with a reputation like Mantell, going into it. How do you take that away from them? You don't. You just have to do your best, dig deep, and take it to your opponent.
Mantell is unclassy.
And running your mouth is not how you're going to get the job done.
Well, the crowd didn't like that, whatever it was that Blanquet is saying to them there, and he goes right back to work on Moonshine Mantell, who's a little dazed by those repeated shots to the head, but no! Not enough that he can't get up in the sky and go airborne.
Great missile drop kick there, seemingly out of nowhere.
Mantell now. Wow. Smashing Niles Planquet into the corner. Up on the second rope there. Let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the crowd's going to help him count. Planquet is out. Whoa, wow. Just using that foot and drops him right down across that top.
He did not want to stay there much longer. That's where that brawling style of Mantell comes in, with those hard punches. Kick to the kidneys there and into the face.
It's time to stop some grapes.
Oh no, here we go. We've seen this before. Planquet says he's gonna stomp some grapes, and there he goes. See, it's a grape stomp right there in the middle of the ring, and Planquet stomping grapes.
Oh, you never thought that a winemaker would prepare you for the world of professional wrestling, but as you can see, it's paying dividends. And he just stopped Mantell's head like a freaking grape.
Mare gets that position, get him out in the middle of the ring, which is where you want to do things like this, because you don't want Mantell to be able to get to that rope and break the hold there, as Furman Perez checks in on Mantell, who seems to be holding his own here.
Yeah, but he's not gonna age like wine here. He needs to get this done and get it out of here. This is a main event. Okay.
Did you write down a list of wine references before this match?
No, I'm just good.
You're just good. Okay. All right. Because you pulled out all the stops for that. All the corks. See, I'm slow. I should have said that. All right. We have Mantell there coming out.
And he just popped the cork on that one.
There we go. With a suplex there of his own, and has Planquet rethinking his strategy a little bit there.
Well, you know, I heard it through the grapevine that he had been preparing for this match.
And how's that?
Well, you know, by making his greatest wine yet.
Oh, really?
So he can celebrate in the ring after his victory.
Our main event here, you see two competitors fighting hard. Mantell delivering punch after punch now. They whip off the ropes there. Up and oh, look at that huge back body drop.
Look at that.
Racked with pain is Niles Planquet as he goes flying up several feet above the ring and lands into the middle of it there, and the spine buster too on top of that.
Well, he calls that the Malbec. Mantell filling the fire here.
Good grief. Mantell at that 1, 2, and no, that's not going to be enough. Niles Planquet, a fighter. Regardless of what you may think about the airs that he puts on as he comes out to the ring when it gets down to business.
That's right. This is no wine tasting. You know, you're not going to savor it. Get in there and get the job done.
Oh, a huge sit-out powerbomb there. 1, 2, 3. No! I thought he had him.
No, the glass is half empty there.
I thought he had him with that one. He was so close. Good grief. At what point do you say enough is enough and just let the 3 count happen? But Planquet there kicks out right at the last moment, gets that shoulder up just enough to break the count. And we're right back at it here. Up again. Moonshine coming around behind, a couple of nice reversals there. Mantell coming into the corner, walks right into that one.
Well, you know, Planquet wants to win. You know, he's had a whole year to think about this match. Again, this is a rematch, a year in the making. Oh! He's had all this time to plot because he wants to go out this year differently.
Planquet, suplex into the bridge, and a count of only 2.
He wants to go out different than he did last year.
If you'll remember, this is a rematch from 1 year ago, the very first TSW show last December. By the way, happy anniversary to Texas Style Wrestling.
Absolutely, and that loss has just stewed within Planquet. He went back to the grapevine. He's sitting there stopping his grapes, imagining that it's Mantell's face, and counting the days till he gets to actually stop the real thing, to avenge himself from that horrible loss 1 year ago today.
This two-buck chuck right now.
Blanquet taking his time arguing with the crowd about this here, and now Mantell says no, and it's not happening here. He's trying to snap him over, but Mantell powering out. Look at the power. Oh, good grief, look at that slam. And it's a pin, 1, 2, 3, that is it. Another loss.
Winner by pinfall, Moonshine Mantell.
And unfortunately for Planquet, history has repeated itself.
See the stars of Texas Style Wrestling live and save big using code ONTV. Get 20% off your tickets. That's general admission and reserved with code ONTV at checkout at TSWplus.com. Wrestling Disco, 20% off tickets. That's what we call Texas Style savings. TSWplus.com.
Hey, Rick. On my desk by 5 o'clock. Rick, you about finished?
Yeah, boss.
Got a little something on your mouth there. Ban the Bland with Cinco Salsa by Vato Blanco. The good stuff, naturally.
Emily May standing by at Texas Style Wrestling with my guest, Natalia Markova, who is facing Alejandra tonight. How are you feeling heading into this match?
I'm feeling great, and yes, I am Natalia Markova, the Crush, and I dominate every women's division I go to. Either it's AAA, NWA, and now TSW. I have my eyes on Women's Championship, and tonight I'm gonna face Alejandra. I know you have this winning streak going on, but I got news for you. I'm gonna end this streak tonight.
Be sure to show your Texas style pride. Grab your official TSW merch at TSWplus.com. T-shirt, caps, collector gear. The hottest TSW merch is at TSWplus.com. Check it out today. Visit the online merch store and rep TSW in style.
Small businesses are the backbone of the American economy. They employ our family, friends, and neighbors. Their unique flavors, goods, and experiences are a vital part of making our region the ideal place to live, work, and play. The Terrell Chamber of Commerce encourages you to shop local and give back to our small business community. Whether online or in store, buying a gift card or ordering from our favorite local restaurant, take advantage of our local business options available and make our community your next destination.
The greatest feeling in the world as a real estate agent is getting a couple into their first home and putting a couple into their last home.
No matter how big Miller Homes Group may become, they will always be your hometown real estate company.
We make our money the old-fashioned way. We sell you a house. I want to be one of the ones that everybody runs to and says, there's a model. They take care of their customers first.
Miller Homes Group, your hometown real estate company. Find an agent online at millerhomesgroup.com.
Welcome back to TSW Texas Style Wrestling. Natalia Markova making her way to the ring here as we get ready for some women's wrestling action here. And we heard from her a little bit ago. She, like every other female here, is after that women's championship, James, and she is working her way up the ranks, and she's doing it very, very quickly here.
Yeah, she's thrown her hat in the ring now for that title, as Christy James has. And I tell you what, I've been impressed with this gal. She's a tough one.
Natalia Markova making her way to the ring here, and she's going to have someone to get through here tonight in the form of Alejandra, and wrestling every chance she gets, and that's exactly what she's going to do here tonight as we send it back down to Brittany for the introduction.
From El Salvador, La Leona, Alejandra Quintanilla.
Alejandra making her way to the ring, and she is a very familiar face here in TSW.
Yeah, she is, and she's got on a winning streak right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's I know the last several times we've seen her, she's come out on top, and this is going to be a real challenge for her.
It will be, because you have Natalia Markova here, and her goal, as stated, we've said it, she said it in her own interview, is to get in here to dominate and to go after that championship gold that Christy Janes holds at this very moment. And Christy Janes, in her own right, wanting a rematch here, which we'll see in the next couple of weeks, right?
Next week we'll see Christy and Misty March go at it one more time. We'll see what happens.
And that's a very unusual situation when the champion wins the belt. Usually they're on to defend it with whoever is put up against them, but Christy Janes herself requested that rematch.
Challenged her right off the bat, right after winning the title.
And I say requested, she demanded that rematch.
The request would be a mild way to put it.
These two locking horns here, though, and haven't been able to let go just yet. Now they have. Alejandra, the lion-hearted female wrestler here in TSW, Texas Style Wrestling. Her hands full with the cat-like Natalia Markova. Ooh. And you talk about that Russian background. James, you've worked with wrestlers from all over the world. Talk to me about how training in wrestling is different in the country of Russia.
Well, and I've never worked in Russia itself. I have worked with some Russian wrestlers, and they're very basic most of the time. Generally, not quite as adept at this quick, fast-paced style that Natalia seems to have adapted. But they're generally pretty tough characters and very basic, very, very technical. Markova has taken a little bit of that and added a little spice to it, and she can go, man.
I will have to concur on the toughness issue there, because Markova comes in here, and while she does have a little more style than what you're talking about, she definitely also has the toughness, and no skimp on that, as she is very tough and has been a great competitor so far here in TSW, and she is holding her own here tonight against Alejandra.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
That'll turn the tides.
Yeah, that kind of played against her there.
She ran right into that fist from Alejandra, and Natalia now is reeling on the floor with a fat lip, and she goes and finds the front row seat there the hard way.
You don't think of Alejandra being a brawler, but she sure shows some signs of it right there.
Well, yeah, using that whatever's around the ring or in it to your advantage is what Alejandra is doing here tonight, as she's right now down on the front row where these fans have a really good seat, and she's going to sit right next to them.
Yeah, well, she's gotten a look at Alejandra the last couple of months, and I think she's just kind of ready for it now. That's what it looks like to me.
That boot to the side of the head, and Natalia is on the floor now over near the exit, and this thing could go everywhere tonight, James, but it can only be one right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, Natalia can definitely brawl, and Alejandra's finding her way around it too now.
Hold on now, wait a minute. They are on the hard concrete floor out there. Oh no. That'll have her all bent and broken and walking with a little bit of a slump when she's older. That is the kind of thing that will separate some vertebrae there, James.
Well, we've seen Natalia get in some brawls already. That weapons match that she was involved in, that was something to see.
We saw a brief glimpse, very brief, of Nigel Rabbit. He saw that camera pointing at him and ordered it away, but right back to the ring now, where
that goes along with the fact that we talked about he might be looking for a lady too, so you never know.
And lots of talent right there in this ring as we speak, and Alejandra now off the ropes. Here she comes. Oh, wow. Did you see that? I wasn't sure if she got her all the way with the knees or if that was the feet, but
I think she got her feet in there on that one.
yeah. And now, Natalia Markova wondering about getting that passport stamped and heading back to Russia. As she now starts to work her way back.
I've seen her take a lot of punishment and not knock her out, so I don't think she's done yet.
No. Markova, though, swinging and missing. Alejandra not missing with that one. Into the corner goes Markova.
Definitely a different style for Alejandra.
Well, she's having to change it up. She's having to adapt. She's never faced anyone like her before, and she's having to change it up and adapt and be ready for whatever comes her way.
Doing a good job of it right now.
Absolutely. Experience is showing. Those chops there, landing hard. Snaps her over. She's got her locked in here. Face lock, kind of using the, not really using the hair there, but sort of getting the hair in her eyes, I guess. I guess you use what you can, right, James?
That's it. You grab whatever you can grab sometimes.
Yep. Markova there in a bad situation right now.
Really not doing anything illegal with it.
No, wasn't pulling it. It was just sort of there in the eyes and obstructing the view. Oh, no!
He just reached right out with that leg.
Yeah, and what the extension on that kick. Reaching all the way out and catching Alejandra on her way back.
That'll change the momentum real fast.
And now we have both competitors flat on the canvas here as the referee's counting. Markova getting back to her feet just a little bit ahead of Alejandra there. Oh, and the kicks. Whoa, wait a minute. Alejandra catches. She's got Markova. Here she goes. Ducks under. Another clothesline. Ducks under that one now. Wait a minute. Oh, devastating maneuver there. Alejandra down. Pin, and that's all good for only 2. And Markova needs to pull out one more stop there to get this thing sewn up.
She absolutely slammed her face first.
Yep. Goes into the corner there, misses that kick again. Alejandra, splash into the corner. Snapmare gets her over now. She's on the mat. What's she gonna do? Off the ropes, comes in. Oh, wow. It's a pin. 1, 2, wait a minute.
They've had her hands on the ropes there.
Yeah.
She's trying everything she can try right now. I think she scouted Natalia very well.
All right. We are back up. Both competitors on their feet here, facing off in the middle of the ring. Just like we want to see, just what these fans pay their tickets for. Squaring off right in the middle of that squared circle here at TSW at the OC, Forney, Texas. Wow, look at that kick. Reaching around with the boot. 1, 2, and I thought that was going to be it.
It seems like Alejandra just knows every move that Natalia's going to try.
Yeah, she's there. She's waiting. She's ready for her. No matter what Natalia tries to throw at her, she's got something to throw right back and sometimes around her, which is what that kick just sort of came around Natalia. But Natalia ready for her that time.
Yeah, she was.
Natalia now getting charged up. Here she comes running into Alejandra, who, wow.
Another
look.
Yeah, another move that she caught.
She might have been watching a little bit of tape to scout for this match.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Unbelievable. Just how she's there every time. But wait a minute, that one. Oh.
Can't scout that to the chin there, can you?
No. That just flying off the top rope there. And that did it.
Yep, she nailed it.
That did it. She nailed it, and that is going to do it. 1, 2, and 3, and that is it. Natalia moving up the ranks here in TSW.
Very competitive match, but Natalia comes out on top again.
What a great showing from Alejandra, but again, Natalia victorious here tonight. Bring the superstars of TSW to your area. TSW is ready to roll into your town for a promotional event, private party, or slammin' fundraiser. Email us contact at tswplus.com and let's make your Texas wrestling event happen.
Rev up your engines and mark your calendars. Downtown Giddings is the place to be for automobile enthusiasts this October 4th at Cars and Coffee Giddings. Join us from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a morning of cool cars, good company, and hot coffee. Whether you love vintage classics or sleek new models, there's something for everyone. Take time out to visit some tasty nearby restaurants for lunch and icy cold beverages. This event is free and open to everyone, so grab your cool ride and your friends and come to Cars and Coffee Giddings, where passion meets the pavement.
The greatest feeling in the world as a real estate agent is getting a couple into their first home and putting a couple into their last home.
No matter how big Miller Homes Group may become, they will always be your hometown real estate company.
We make our money the old-fashioned way. We sell you a house. I want to be one of the ones that everybody runs to and says, there's the model. They take care of their customers first.
Miller Homes Group, your hometown real estate company. Find an agent online at millerhomesgroup.com.
Years. Thousands, hell, probably millions of miles driven, multiple titles won in states, broken bones, torn up knees, concussions, missed birthday parties, missed weddings, missed funerals, all of this to seek after validation. There's times where I thought maybe this isn't where I was supposed to be. Maybe I wasted time being here. Maybe I should have went to college. Maybe I should have done all those things that a normal person would do, but damn it, I'm not normal. This NWA Texas Style Wrestling Heavyweight Championship is the validation that I've been seeking for 10 years. I hold this so near and dear to my heart, just like I hold each and every one of you to my heart. This town of Forney I grew up in, literally I've lived here for 28 years. To see the way that it's grown, to see the way that I've grown with this town, I couldn't be any happier to be the inaugural NWA Texas Heavyweight Champion. And I'm not going anywhere. And if you need something to bet on, you need something to believe in me, just like I believe in each one of you. When I step into that ring, I give 110% of myself because that's what this business requires. Tonight, Forney, Texas, just like every night, prepare to bet on Bam Bam.
Be sure to sign up now, TSWMatchandslam.com. That's TSW's free mobile wrestling game. That's right, free. TSWMatchandslam.com is where you can be the first to download this incredible new game featuring your favorite TSW superstars. Play, battle, slam with your friends anywhere in the world. It's wrestling action at your fingertips. Step into the ring anytime, anywhere. Go to TSWMatchandslam.com and get ready to play with Texas Style Wrestling.
Hey, Rick, on my desk by 5 o'clock. Rick, you about finished?
Yeah, boss.
Got a little something on your mouth there. Ban the Bland with Cinco Salsa by Vato Blanco. The good stuff, naturally.
Van, Texas is the gateway to the Piney Woods, just a short drive from DFW or Tyler. Stopping in for a visit, you'll find places to shop, eat, and play. From city parks to the always interesting Van Oil Museum. From fantastic hotels to a variety of restaurants, you could make a day of a stop in Van. Looking for a place to call home? From quiet neighborhoods to a highly rated school district. From colorful murals to local businesses run by friendly neighbors. Come for a visit or stay a lifetime in Van.
Rev up your engines and mark your calendars. Downtown Giddings is the place to be for automobile enthusiasts this October 4th at Cars and Coffee Giddings. Join us from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a morning of cool cars, good company, and hot coffee. Whether you love vintage classics or sleek new models, there's something for everyone. Take time out to visit some tasty nearby restaurants for lunch and icy cold beverages. This event is free and open to everyone, so grab your cool ride and your friends and come to Cars and Coffee Giddings, where passion meets the pavement.
One half of NWA's blunt force trauma, the #1 hitman in the world today, Damage!
Welcome into TSW Texas Style Wrestling. Bob Malden and James Beard here. And James, this man just introduced as Damage, sure looks awfully familiar, and Tim Storm slipped up a few times last week as he referred to this man Damage. He called him a couple of familiar names.
You think he was slipping up, or just making a point?
What does he get away with calling him Rodney Mack and Red Dog? No, this is Damage.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and Professor P here, of course, out here with him. This is Damage, and he is getting ready to meet a challenge here tonight.
Regardless what you call him, Rodney Mack, Red Dog, Damage, whatever you want to call him, he is a dangerous guy. One of the toughest competitors in wrestling.
Well, as a journalist here in TSW Texas Style Wrestling, I can only go with what I know. And what I know is this man is Damage according to everything I have before me here, other than the missteps or misspeakings of Tim Storm, perhaps. So, yeah, we will see. It remains to be seen.
And his opponents, the team
Professor P.
of the enlightened Nathaniel Grayson and Game Time LC Mox.
No, we have seen these guys compete in TSW before. Of course, Game Time LC Mox there. Grayson making his way around as well. Got like a Wolverine look there, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he's trained so himself.
Yeah.
Manager as well.
Well, and I'm not sure that Game Time LC Mox here isn't maybe reliving his high school days a little bit there with that Letterman jacket. But I will tell you one thing for sure. Mox has really been working out hard in the gym, and he's kind of worked on his fitness. And let's hope that is enough, as Damage is inflicting damage right on the outset here.
This is not going to help you a whole lot when you get waylaid like that.
Yep. Damage in the ring. Grayson there into the corner now, and let's hope he wakes up and realizes that he's got a match to finish. And Mox splattered into the corner there by Damage, who is intent on doing as much damage as he can here tonight.
And he can do that. I can tell you that for a fact.
Into the corner goes Grayson now as he melts away into that corner. Mox there with the back elbow waiting for Damage, and off the top rope comes Grayson, and he's met and caught and dispatched very quickly by Damage.
Tried that double axe handle off the top rope, and both arms got caught.
That's right. Wait a minute, and we had a pin attempt there. All that's going to do is make this guy mad.
I'm afraid that's true.
And Mox going back to work on Damage here, and now both men back to their feet as Damage is finding that he's maybe bit off more than he can chew with two guys at once. I don't know.
Well, Mox got a good size.
Oh, good grief. Nope. That very well could spell the end for these two guys. That was a catastrophic double clothesline there on these two opponents, and wow. Sharp headbutt there.
Then we'll use whatever he has.
Absolutely, and he is here tonight as Grayson comes in from behind. And wait a minute, kind of catches him by surprise there. He might have gotten the upper hand here, it seems, as these two working together again.
I think they're just going to make him mad. It looks like that mask got turned a little bit there.
Yep. Here they go, going for this suplex here, working together on that one, getting the maximum effectiveness there as Grayson goes for the pin. And that's not even, there's not even a count of one. That maybe one there. I don't even think she got her hand down. And they're going right back to work on him. And pounding away at Damage, trying to do some to the man whose name is exactly what they want to do to him here, going again for that double suplex there, and it's being blocked and stopped.
Man against boys there.
And now a meeting of the minds as the fists are flying. Damage ready for it. Nigel Rabbit looking on, concerned out there. And here we go. This is going to wrap things up as that submission hold is a sort of a modified sleeper there. Wait a minute. He uses it to lift the guy up and slam him down right on his own teammate. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Who won that match, though?
I'll tell you what.
That was LC Mott's on top of Nathaniel Grayson, but Damage winning because he was the one that put him there, I guess.
I think if I were those two guys, I'd just go back to the dressing room and not worry about who won and who lost. Just out of there.
Yep, go pack everything down with some ice and get out of here. If you think you've got what it takes, join the NWA Texas Style Wrestling Limited Participant Training Clinic. Train with Dog Pound Dojo's Rodney Mack and legendary referee James Beard in this one-of-a-kind experience. Clinic starts at 11 a.m. Spots are limited. Sign up fast. Head over to TSWplus.com. Who knows? You might end up wrestling every Saturday night in prime time on TV across Texas, the nation, the entire globe. TSWplus.com. Sign up today.
Hey, Rick. On my desk by 5 o'clock. Rick, you about finished?
Yeah, boss.
Got a little something on your mouth there. Ban the Bland with Cinco Salsa by Vato Blanco. The good stuff, naturally.
Wait a minute. Okay, so there's Frank Stone now. He's making his way to the ring.
Frank's been gone for a few weeks. He had an injury. I understand that.
I don't know what he's doing out here by himself. He's certainly not going to compete for the tag team belts alone.
No, and as far as I know, he has a pretty good relationship with Mike and John. So
let's see what he has to say here. We might learn something.
A friend of mine, but I'm actually out here because I was away for 8 months. And in 8 months, nobody called me. No one asked if I was okay. No one sent me a gift.
You forgot to do that, James.
We go way back, boys.
Yeah. You want a hug?
You know what, baby? I've been humbled.
He's referring to the OMGs, not checking on him.
Y'all all right. Y'all right. I've changed my ways, man. I had 8 months to sit at home and watch y'all perform. And y'all are the best damn tag team in Texas, baby.
Lots of fans agree. Lots of fans agree with that assessment.
Listen, man, I ain't got nothing but love for y'all, all right? I'm just back. I'm back because I want to show some love. And first, I'm going to start with y'all. I'm going to change my ways, man. And it starts with y'all first, okay? Give him a hug!
look at there.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with the tag team match.
No, it doesn't, but you know, making amends among friends, never a bad thing.
I honestly thought maybe the City Boys or one of those tag teams.
Wait a minute, James, wait a minute. We've got folks in the ring here coming in from the back. Wait a minute. That's AJ Farad.
I got to go check on that.
And Zilla Fatu. James is heading out of here now as the OMGs are under attack. AJ Farad, Zilla Fatu here with Frank Stone, and an attack on the OMGs. James, I would say this is probably. No, wait a minute.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Small businesses are the backbone of the American economy. They employ our family, friends, and neighbors. Their unique flavors, goods, and experiences are a vital part of making our region the ideal place to live, work, and play. The Terrell Chamber of Commerce encourages you to shop local and give back to our small business community. Whether online or in store, buying a gift card or ordering from our favorite local restaurant, take advantage of our local business options available and make our community your next destination.
The greatest feeling in the world as a real estate agent is getting a couple into their first home and putting a couple into their last home.
No matter how big Miller Homes Group may become, they will always be your hometown real estate company.
We make our money the old-fashioned way. We sell you a house. I want to be one of the ones that everybody runs to and says, there's a model. They take care of their customers first.
Miller Homes Group, your hometown real estate company. Find an agent online at millerhomesgroup.com.
We're back here with our main event on TSW Texas Style Wrestling. The competitors, the tag team champs here. And there you see them with their belts. And oh no, the OMG is getting things started up early here. Definitely not out of the wheelhouse of Devastation Reborn. That's kind of one of their tactics there as they now lay at the feet of Farad.
Well, I tell you what, those two guys right there, they may be fan favorites, but they're a couple of tough guys.
They bring the fight every time they come, and look out, there we go, up and over, and now we have a big pile of Devastation on the floor. Wow. The genetic nightmare, Mike Anthony going airborne there. They had to clear that one with DFW, James. Farad walked right into that one. John O'Mari not wasting any time dispatching of AJ, or Al Farad rather. AJ Farad though outside the ring. And now this thing is underway. The bell rings and here we go.
I was about to ask if the bell rung yet.
Well, Farad got his bell rung, but
he did.
Here we go as things are getting underway here. And John O'Mari now working on Frank Stone at this moment here as Devastation Reborn regrouping just a little bit right now. And John O'Mari going to work on Frank Stone. Off the rope now. Here he comes back, and wow, quick arm drag. Sends Stone crashing to the mat here. As things get underway in this our main event, a main event anywhere you put it. The OMGs against Farad and Stone. The new incarnation of Devastation Incorporated called Devastation Reborn. You'll remember all those years ago, General Skandar Akbar and the path he tore across Texas and all over the Mid-South with various teams that he would put together over the years.
I knew Akbar well, and you know, if he had a knack for finding guys that fit his style, and it's what Al Farad has learned from him.
Yeah, and if you'll remember, Akbar himself, a fairly tough competitor in his day, and man, let's talk about somebody who was built like a brick wall. General Skandar Akbar could hold his own against anyone, and when he got to set his mind to putting together a team, a stable, if you will, that's what he did. And man, the members of Devastation Incorporated were some tough and scary individuals.
He liked power guys. He definitely had a proclivity to go for those guys, and these two guys would have fit right in with Akbar's stables.
Well, here they are, and carrying on in that exact same vein. Right now, Farad, though, finding himself in a very strange spot right between the two OMGs there. Back and forth he goes. Off the rope comes O'Mari, runs right into the big boot.
Two very different styles here, but both teams actually very skilled technically.
Absolutely. You got kind of that smash mouth style of the team of Farrat and Stone, but the very coordinated style of the OMGs. Those two guys work very well together. They seem to have certain things they bring to every matchup, and then ways to catch their opponents by surprise, as a count of only 2 there on John Omari, who's now lifted back to his feet. Stone taking him into his corner there. He's in a bad place right now. That's Farrat's in.
That's one of the concepts of tag team wrestling, is keeping that opponent in your side of the ring, and generally the Devastation guys from the past, and this looks like these guys are going to do the same thing. That's the style they would use.
Cutting that ring in half and keeping John Omari over there where they can continue to work on him and tag in and out. Omari, though, back and ready with a hip toss there. Gets a little bit of offense in as we go now over to the OMG's corner. Tag is made. Here goes Mike Anthony. Mike Anthony looked like he was going to run to that corner. Thought better of it. Baseball slide into the opposite corner there. And now working over Frank Stone's got him up and slamming him down. And this could be it for him.
What a fiery athlete Mike is.
Yep. The genetic nightmare, Mike Anthony up. And wait a minute, Farrat pulls him out of the way.
There's the effect of Al Farrat.
And now Mike Anthony writhing in pain in the center of the ring as the tag is made once again. Devastation Reborn, a force to be reckoned with here in TSW, and a force that anyone who wants a chance at the tag belts now has to reckon with, because they are the tag team champs. Oh, wait a minute. What was that?
That was another Akbar tactic.
Farrat there, getting in a little jab of his own.
Yeah, trust me, I've dealt with that in the past many times.
And
now don't have enough eyes to see everything.
You can't. One referee, one pair of eyes, and that's all there is to it. As now Farrat is working over Mike Anthony, who is trying to get away here, trying to find his way back to that other corner. I'm not real sure he even knows where his corner is at this point. Wow. Big kick to the gut there. Probably broke a rib or two with that one. Right with the tip of the boot. Going back to work now. Got the waist lock on. Mike Anthony there as John Omari looks on, tries to get this crowd behind the OMGs. Pretty successful at that. Be kind of hard to change their minds now after all the goodies they gave away earlier, James.
For sure.
Off the rope. He's over. He's got him down. Sunset flip and a pin and a count of only 2. Up again, runs right into that huge arm there of Frank Stone, who now gets a tag. Farrat comes in. What are they going to do here, James?
That's a good question. You know, they're going to be both of them involved. Yeah.
The double team is coming. Oh, wow. Looky here, working together. Are Farrat and Stone. Farrat off the ropes now. And, oh, wow, nearly decapitating Mike Anthony. Mike Anthony. A one-way trip to La La Land there is the pin. 1, 2, and that, I thought that had to be it, man.
It took a little too much time. Mike Anthony's not going to get beaten that easily.
Into the corner he goes again. Devastation Reborn, cutting that ring right in half diagonally and keeping him on that side of the ring. A strategy well employed here by this tag team. As Stone going to work now on Mike Anthony, drops him down again, hard on that back that has taken the brunt of the punishment here tonight.
That's what they're working on for sure.
More stomps to the back there. Farrat cheering on his men outside the ring now. As more punishment on Mike Anthony. In a bad spot there, is now blatantly choking in front of the referee. The referee counting. He's going to maximize that count every which way he can.
He doesn't care as long as he doesn't get to 5.
Yep. Up on the top rope there. He's got him. What's it going to be here? Wait a minute. Oh, wow. Mike Anthony there rung his bell really well that time. What's it going to be here? Can he make a comeback? He takes him out to the middle of the ring. Can he capitalize? This could be it. This could be the turning point, James.
A couple of times when they've taken a little bit too much time with Mike Anthony, and then you can't do that because he's very resilient. And he's gonna keep coming at you.
Mike Anthony extremely close to John Omari there, extremely close to making that tag and potentially turning the tide of this match, as he might have knocked out Farad there with that.
Definitely was stunned.
When he did that, it's taken him a while to get back to his feet now, as Mike Anthony, Farad making the tag there. Hold on, Mike Anthony is tagged in John Omari, and here he comes. John Omari in, couple of clotheslines, and down goes Stone. Hold on, ducking under there. Here he comes. He's ready for him. Scoops him up and slams him hard. And the pin here, this could be it, but no. Just in time is Farad back into the ring. Off the ropes goes John Omari. Here comes Stone. He's down. Big leg drop. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be it. 1, 2, and no, Mike Anthony back just in time. Wow.
Right?
Wow, just barely getting there in time is Mike Anthony. And wait a minute, giving him a little way to get on out of the ring there. Over the top rope goes Farad. He's pulling out Mike Anthony, and now...
I was about to say advantage OMGs, but I think they took that away from him.
Yep, because here comes John Omari. Wow, look at that.
What a move. What a move.
And sends his opponent flying into the ropes. And whoa, I love that signature move for the OMGs, and man, that will take the wind right out of a man. John Omari here looking around. He sees that he's kind of on his own here, and what's going on over there in the corner is it looks like the referee is being distracted by Farad. Stone back to his feet here in the ring. We have John Omari ducking a couple of punches. Farad has the referee distracted, though, in the corner. What's happening here?
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. He's got the referee distracted and submission maneuver right now. But wait a minute. Farad is in the ring. He's just taking something out of that boot. And, oh, no. Oh, no. That spot. Now he's stuffing it back in his boot. Is Farad. 1, 2, 3, and they steal the win again, James.
Oh, man. Typical devastation moves there.
Devastation Reborn. A devastating scenario here tonight in this main event. Still your tag team champs. And see, there he is. Not afraid to show us there.
Of course not. It's going to be hard to get the titles off these guys. I can tell you that right now, because you got that third factor outside the ring.
Yes, as long as he's there, it's going to be a very difficult task to get in here and beat Devastation Reborn.
These two guys are tough enough alone, and then you add that element to it, and it's going to be a long time right here before somebody beats these guys, I'm afraid.
Look at the strategy they employed here. The AJ Farad distraction to the referee. The interference there just as John Omari went for that submission maneuver. And then in comes Al Farad with that spike or whatever it was that he had. Well, James, great main event tonight. Great lineup tonight, and we have more next week. We will see you all right back here at the OC.
Absolutely, boys. It's a place to be.
Yeah, for more great wrestling action, we'll see you next week. For James Beard, I'm Bob Malden. Good night, everybody.